Load the overlay. Thank you. Back over here. Alright, so last time, fairly heavy RP session. You managed to talk to several of the professors about how Ran had been enthralled by Queen Zephora, or Queen Litchfield, whatever, same shit. Vivian showed herself. You met a new friend in Finton, apparently sent to protect Alacia. You discussed how to deal with Queen Litchfield. Dragons being used was mentioned, or discussed. Messages were sent and received from Evergil revealing that Finn's brother Erlin had gone missing. And you discussed him a little bit. I discussed going there to deal with that problem. Chatted a little bit and got to know Finton. Secured transport with Professor Homoa for the next day to go to Evergil. And after settling down for the evening, Pip and Ran had a rather strange dream, and so we pick up just as the two of you both sit kind of bolt upright in your beds.
You up?
Did you hear me? Hello?
Pip?
Hello?
Hello?
There you go.
Can people hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, cool.
You forgot that I put 10 spikes
So
into
yeah,
the
I
floor.
said you guys. Yeah, that's true. You guys you and Rana just sat bolt upright in your beds. It's the next day, so you did get a long rest, but just both at the same time. And what are you guys doing?
Shush over there, I'm sleeping. Roll back over.
God, I want to punch him in the face. Maybe that'll make him sleep heavier.
And the snoring starts.
I don't think anything could make him sleep heavier. He's already a log.
He just woke up from us sitting up. You okay?
Yeah, just a weird dream.
Yeah, me too. Just, weird stuff about, like, the gods, because, of course, I had a dream about fucking gods.
Yeah.
God, what a bunch of shit. Wait, what?
What was that about?
Wait, what? Did you have the same dream?
I don't know, did we? That's pretty fucking weird.
What was the first part? What did you see first? Because what I saw was a world without chaos and a world without harmony. That kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much the same. It was.
Did you see?
The message of the dream was basically like you have to have balance, or otherwise the world goes to shit.
It's pretty much just a dream preaching about the balance of the universe and the destiny of the champions and whatnot. Fucking hell.
Trying to sleep over here. Enough with your balance. Back to sleep.
Shut the fuck up, Tom. No one likes you.
What's Grom doing?
He's snoring again now.
How does he go from snoring to waking up to snoring to waking up to snoring to waking up? Like, I want to sleep that well.
We're headed to Everagil today, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess. Never been to
What do you think we're
Everagil.
gonna find?
Probably a bunch of crazy shit. Because we usually attract crazy shit. Pardon me.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I hope Finn's family is okay.
I hope so too, but I mean, when have we ever been that lucky? Not to be a cynic, but I'm cynic.
Should we wake the others?
I mean, what time is it? Crom seems to want to sleep in like a fucking dork.
I don't know, is the sun risen yet?
Yeah, it's just peeking up over the horizon, I'd say.
Oh, so it's like 6 a.m.-ish.
6, 7.
Ugh. It is too early to be waking up dreaming about a room with a bunch of pedestals.
The younger sibling in me kind of wants to have Pip jump on everyone to wake them up.
Do it.
That's not what Pip would do, I don't think. But it's so tempting.
If you don't, Ran is gonna do a thing. And it's so mean.
Pip is gonna like walk around lightly shaking people to wake them up.
Morning, Pip.
Good morning. Big day today.
I was trying not to think about it, and now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Did you sleep well?
I mean, other than some weird dreams, yeah. About you?
Alright. Couldn't fall asleep for a while. I feel rested. I only need 4 hours. Unlike the rest of you.
Crom's still snoring.
Hey, Ran.
Yeah.
That, like, I think now would be the time to do that shit that you were just talking about.
That I walk over to Crom, and I'm gonna do prestidigitation to make it feel like he's about to wet his pants.
So
He's
dumb.
Snores right through it.
You feel, it's just that feeling of, man, you really gotta go to the bathroom.
I don't want to go
Armless
to school.
sensory effect.
Rolls over and goes back to sleep.
Ooh, maybe you could actually get him to piss himself. I'm gonna keep doing it. And see if he and see if he...
What?
Constitution?
Yeah, I'll say disadvantage because you're asleep?
Yes. Oh, my spell save DC is 17, just letting you know.
Well, I'm not worried. Your spells have an effect. It's whether I got to pee or not that I'm worried about.
We'll say, yeah, suddenly you really gotta go pee, Chrome. Like, it's coming.
Damn it! Axe cuts the tent in half. No. Joke. Slide out of the end of the tent. Where's the pretty?
That way, down the hall, take a left.
Roger. Off he goes.
Chrome goes running for the bathroom. What are the rest of you guys doing?
One sock is like half on, and so you can see the toe flapping as he runs.
I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast in the morning.
Me neither.
He would have waddled if he actually succeeded in what I was trying to do, but shame.
Oh. Say, you don't quite make it, Crom.
Stop and piss out a window.
Sure.
The window's open.
Yeah,
I hope so.
they
Random flower pot in the school.
Someone passing underneath the window just gets a really, really bad start to their day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What floor are we on anyway?
Probably like second.
Second.
We'll say second. Why not?
Having
No,
a self-pissing for distance contest then.
all right. So while you're doing that,
On the windowsill, holding the windowsill with one hand while his half-on sock is hanging over the edge, and seeing how far he can make it go.
while you're doing that, what are the rest of you doing? Oh boy.
Remember, I can only work with what you give me.
Uh-huh.
Fenton's just keeping to himself, putting his armor on slowly.
The rest of you?
What's Alicia doing? She just lying there.
She's looking a little peaked. She's just staying quiet. Looks like she's deep in thought.
Oh shit! Look out below!
What?
Ben, after kind of getting up and getting ready, just kind of sits down by a window and just kind of plays with her boomerang.
Does she look out the window?
Not in that direction. Except maybe like turn your head. Oh, what is, I don't remember us adding a water feature.
You're on the same floor Crom is.
I got this one.
You're on.
It just sees the very the arch.
Oh boy. Where did this go already?
Okay, we're stalling.
Anyway, so we'll say if there's nothing else you guys want to discuss, we'll say eventually Crom comes back.
Suppose we go see him on.
Alright, you can just go see Huma. It's at 7 a.m. Alright, so you know where to find him generally because his quarters are generally not too far from his office. So you walk over and it's a... You want to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Something went really quiet. Anyway, the door's there. You knock.
You think he's a morning person?
Don't know, and I don't particularly care.
Just watch out for his window.
People know.
Something weird.
Alright, so you knock and like, wait a minute, you hear a kind of slight gruff voice say, I'll be right there, give me a minute. A little bit of shuffling around. And eventually
I don't think he's
Oh,
I don't think he's a morning person.
the door opens and you see him, he's kind of looks, wait, what else do you have? He looks actually rather immaculate. Almost like he has prestidigitation. He looks just, you know, it looks like he's his head hadn't touched the pillow. Looks perfect. Like, oh, you're here, right. You wanted to go somewhere. Where were you going again? Come in. And he kind of opens the door. And you walk into, it's fairly simple little layout. Like, you're in a bit of a sitting area now, and you can kind of peek through. There's like a door ajar to the other end. It looks like it's probably a bedroom. Just fairly simple. Fairly simple furniture. You're like, just like, kind of like a old-fashioned, like reds and stuff. It's not, I wouldn't say floral, but like the weird kind of curly motif things all over them.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing. Not a lot of personal objects in the room. And he's kind of goes over to a side table and says, "Would you like any tea, coffee?"
I'll have some
I'm
tea.
good, thanks.
Okay, say he makes you guys some tea, coffee, whatever you like. Says, "Okay, so," as he kind of collapses into like an armchair, "Where was it you wanted to go?"
Slightly out of character. Foulholtz, right, Care?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where you're from.
Yep. Just clarifying.
Where am I from again?
Crap! No, it's one of them. Yeah, Fan will just say Foulholtz in Everagil.
You just see him kind of like look up. "Yeah, I've been there. I can send you there." Kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose and like rubs his eyes a bit. It looks like he's up a little closer. He does actually look tired. He just looks incredible though. Like perfectly manicured. As if like, yeah, by magic.
Right.
Haven't
tilts
slept
his
in
head to the
48 hours.
Crom tilts his head to the side and starts staring at his hair like he's got one out of place, giving him that look like, you got a hair out of place.
Hold on.
I know he doesn't. I'm just trying to make
I
him
know.
think I see one.
He doesn't even notice. So, okay, are you ready to go now, or anything else you need to do here?
Not unless we are asked to do something, since apparently everyone else is completely incompetent. You guys require college-age students to do everything for you.
Just
I
see
think we're
him
ready.
kind of sneer slightly. All right, and he kind of stands up. You see him kind of like close his eyes for a second as if concentrating, and just kind of waves his hand in the air. You see like what's it? Pure like a yellow dust kind of fall from his hand as the portal opens up, and you see before you the kind of what Alicia and Fan would recognize as the city of Foulholes. And you have 6 seconds to get through.
Go, go, go!
Yeah,
Go.
So you kind of run on through it, and you're just outside the, we'll say the south gates. It's a, Fan, you live just outside to the east.
Alright.
And as soon as you step through, Alicia says, I should go check in with my parents. I'll catch up with you guys later."
I should go with you.
No, it's fine. I'm in the city. I'll be fine.
He kind of just like stutters, but doesn't really
And she just rushes
argue.
off.
Kid, why don't
Okay,
you...
lad. There you get this way. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It'll be okay.
It's literally my job. I don't know what to do right
Kid,
now.
Just come with me. Come with me.
Okay.
We won't tell
He's very
anyone if you don't tell anyone. You'll be fine.
I gently guide Fan away from it.
Finton.
Finton. Why did I think it was Fanton? Finn.
There you go.
Oh no, we got Finn and a Fen.
Finn and Fen.
Finn Fam. Finn Flam.
Uh-oh. We lost him. No, who do you lose? We lost
Nate.
I'll just wait a second. See if we can get him back. There we go. Anyway, where were we? So you just stepped through, you're just standing outside the southern gates. What would you guys, and Alicia's just rushed off. What would you guys like to do?
Then it's going to take a deep breath, kind of like straighten up a little bit, and act like nothing is wrong. Oh, Nate is gone again.
Uh-oh. He is having issues tonight.
And Nate is back again.
You okay, Nate? You're muted. Hello?
And you're gone again.
Slight
He's
pause.
having computer problems.
Apparently.
In the meantime,
In the
I
meantime.
guess we follow Finn. Question
And
mark?
he's back again.
This time with the profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly better off.
Mm-hmm.
Still on mute, brother. Can't hear us at all?
Hello? Oh, that's weird. Testing,
Hmm.
testing.
And he's gone again.
Okay.
And bye-bye.
That's weird.
Did he turn his sound off? Unplug his headphones, maybe?
Any technical difficulties? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello?
Testing.
Hello?
Oh, he's on
Yes.
mute.
Oh, good. He can't talk back. So here's what happens. Crom is going to crit Bran face first into the
Oh,
first
he's
blood
not
bowl we
muted
come.
anymore. Hello? Can you hear? No,
No,
we
we
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
Can you hear us? That's weird. Hold on, I'm just gonna go like this. Other screen. Anyway.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so Fen.
Tell
Fenton
Joy.
immediately fixes that because he does not want to smell it.
Okay.
Put it back because it's a cantrip.
Oh god.
Just matching back and
Oh
forth.
god. Literally just dueling prestidigitations.
Yep.
Funniest part is Crom doesn't care either way.
Okay, so Fanny leading everyone on towards
Yeah.
your home. Alright, so let's take it brevity. You guys kind of walk through. You kind of have to walk into the city to go towards the next exit, and it's really beautiful. It's like kind of cobblestone streets, but then most of the buildings and like homes and building stuff, a lot of them are either built into trees or are very inspired by the surrounding forest and just anyway, and just very like tree motifs and like designs and just very natural looking.
Oh,
Very nature.
It's a very natural looking city. It's nothing like
Oh.
any city any of you guys have ever seen before.
with some burbling creeks running through it, I guess.
Not so much.
I can see.
Uh,
Can you see the depths?
I can see the maps.
Yay!
Ooh.
As they kind of walk into the city, Fem will go, "So, welcome to my home, Valholtz.
Wow, it's the elvish version of Foulhold, only not a fascist dictatorship. I like it.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it was really weird when I found out that, like, the capital of Thalion was also, like, the same name as my home. I kept getting it confused.
Not the same.
Yeah, I can see-
There's no T.
The only difference between the two is a Z.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
Z? I don't know why I said Z. Z.
Your inner British person is coming out.
Anyway.
Somebody's been watching too much of The Crown.
No, I've been watching way too much Doctor Who recently.
There you go.
There is no. Sorry, back to the game.
Anyway.
And we'll table that for later.
That's a side road I'll be on for days.
Any-
Oof.
Yeah?
Is there anything we should know? Like any customs or, I don't know, language?
Yeah? Is there any customs or language?
um.
Anything that we shouldn't do?
Trying to think here. Basically, it is. Well, it's a heavy magical-based society. A lot of it leaning, it's heavily harmony-based, but also still balanced. I don't know. Oh no, you don't. Windows update, screw up. It's like
Technology.
everything's very friendly, but it's also at the same time it's a very strict and rigid society in terms of tradition. It's a very traditionalistic society, basically.
My parents do like it if you take off your shoes when you go inside the house. That's the one thing.
Oh, shit. I should probably mention, Care, that Hyra has fully taken off her, like, Thalian half-plate and has put on her original breastplate so that she's not literally looking like a Thalian elite soldier walking around in a
Good.
Alright.
Probably for the best.
Ben, you probably should have told me about the shoots thing before we left. I didn't put my good socks on.
It's okay.
I didn't know you had socks. I thought you just were barefoot with athlete's foot perpetually.
Oh no, I got the athlete's foot. I've got multiple socks. So this pair of those got the big toe on the right one is just gone.
Oh, God.
Is there any way that we should greet your parents?
No, there's no.
Lightly, and maybe don't mention all the danger we've been in. I'm sure they
Shouldn't say
know.
anything to them.
I'll just keep quiet then. I'll just keep quiet then.
So, my mom's been, she's a cleric, so I bet she's probably been scrying on us more than once.
Have fun.
She might
That's
know some
awkward.
stuff, but let's not bring up all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really awkward when you're a teenager and have no sense of privacy.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Oh. Alrighty.
Alright. So
This way.
it's you easily can navigate your way through the city. She made a few faces that you recognize, kind of wave to them. Okay, what do you?
You
Crown.
okay there, Crom?
Y'all can hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Your voice.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you, not the thumping if you're doing that.
Okay. I guess my mute wasn't working. I got to figure out what's wrong with my mic. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, I'll say easily enough you can find your way through the cities and out the East Gate. And it's not too far, but it's like maybe we'll say a couple hours walk outside the city towards where you live.
Yep.
and I'll let you describe what your house looks like as you approach it.
I have not known how to prepare this. Okay. So, it is up in a tree, much to Fenn's dismay. But there's lots of, like, you can tell that kids have lived there for a while at least, or did in the past, because there was, like, a swing, like, hanging from, like, an upper branch. Very dangerous, but, you know, there's, it's very much like an elvish design, the swirls and the kind of, like, triangular points for, like, the door and the windows. There's a little front porch kind of balcony thing, and some steps that kind of almost look like they kind of jut out from the tree itself, leading up to the that top porch where the main entrance is. Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is so stereotypically elvish that it makes me wonder why you guys do this to yourselves, because everyone is just going to think you're a bunch of tree-hugging nature freaks.
Yeah.
They are, though, aren't they?
That's the stereotype. That's what I'm about. This is just adding to the stereotype.
It's pretty, though.
It's very beautiful. Well, I
Yeah.
can't say it's not.
I like
You
it.
can't say it's not, but yeah.
I mean, you got the aesthetics. Doesn't mean that you actually, you know, fit with that stereotype. I mean, look at me.
You're lovely.
Thank you.
So as you're approaching, you hear a sudden kind of let's say a clatter from inside, and suddenly the door bursts open, and you see your mother running forwards towards you. And what the rest of you see is a kind of shorter looking elven woman, a bit kind of wildly styled brown hair, slender build, rather simple clothing. Like right now she's got like an apron on at the moment, and just looks very simple clothing basically, and just wild brown hair, and just running towards Fan. And she just wraps her arms around you and says, "Thank goodness you're all right."
Yeah. Sorry. Hi.
Where have you been? She just kind
A
of
lot of places. Did
back.
Elistar tell you anything?
He said something about you saving him. That's about all we heard.
Okay. So I asked him to relay it to you, but we were stuck in Thalion for a while. Big stuck. I think we're. Sorry. These are my friends. This is Ran. This is Pip. This is Crom. Alicia. She went off to go see her family. She's normally here. This is Finton. They've been keeping me safe, keeping me alive, except Finton. He's new. Still don't really know him very well, but he came along for the ride. Sorry, I'm rambling.
Awkward wave.
She kind of
It's been a long couple months.
She kind of smiles and nods at each of you, and like just kind of pulls back from you, Fan, a little bit, and says, "Well, come in. Your father and sister, your father's and your sisters will be back in a little bit, I believe."
Okay.
So you
Graham leans over to Fenton and says, "Hey, I don't know what's going on. She's not normally this way. Be careful. Keep your eyes open."
Okay.
So she leads you inside, and it's basically kind of like I'd say there's probably maybe a bit of a mudroom type of idea for like you get into the main part of the house, and so she kind of pulls off what looks like a pair of like slippers or something she had on, or garden shoes or something. I don't know. Words.
What you throw on quickly to run out and get the mail.
Basically.
Crocs.
Flip flops by the door.
Totally. And then she kind of, as you kind of like take your shoes off or whatever, she leads you into what looks like a kind of, let's say, a small kitchen. It looks like there's some room beyond it, and then like another doorway. It looks like a stairway leading up. And you see, oh crap, I should have kept that out. Sitting leaning against a countertop, or I guess we'll say like a little island in the center. You see a taller, elven man, really long, dark hair. He's got like a more of an athletic build to him, and like he looks kind of hardened and fairly simple clothing, as most Evergilians they wear fairly simple clothing, but like a lot of greens and such like that. Who'd we lose?
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, I thought we lost someone. So he says, Fenoral, it's good to have you back.
She like visibly cringes at her full name being used.
Sir, can you say that name again, just out of curiosity? I want to make sure I get it right later.
Fenoral?
Thank you.
She like takes a deep breath.
She kind of like looks at Crom and looks at Fen. Alright, I take it you heard the news about your brother.
Yes. Why didn't any of you tell me?
We didn't want to worry you, but it has been a few weeks now. And
A few weeks?
given your brother's recent insights into wherever you've been, we decided it was probably best to inform you when the messages were sent to us. It did take you a little while to reach out.
Yeah. It's been a long few months.
I see. So, we don't know much yet. He kind of glances at your mom for a second and she says, yes, all we've been able to discover so far is that Erlin was working with the Folklavar, and they, of course, aren't saying very much, just that he went missing on some mission.
The who?
The Folklavar?
Folklavar. Folk apostrophe Lavar.
Oh boy. Okay.
I got it written down.
Got it. So he was hanging out with the folk.
The folks.
Did we know anything about that?
I say, Care, do I know anything about that?
Yeah.
I will say Fen, you would know, and everyone else can roll a history check.
Bet. Got this. I don't got this.
I don't.
Oh, do them. Yeah. 25.
So Pip, Fenton, and Crom,
Crom know nothing.
you have no idea. You've never even heard of them, which actually makes sense. Fen would know. You know that they are a bit of more of a secret organization that runs almost parallel to the Watchers. You know them in the sense of that occasionally there is a little bit of crossover depending on things, but you don't know too much about them. Other than that, they're a very secret organization, and Ran, which this might make sense given your background and secrets. You know that the Folklavar are they're kind of like a bit of a secret service type of thing for many of the nobility, and particularly the queens, but the nobility in Everagil. And their job is basically, whether it be directly bodyguarding type detail protecting nobility
I gotcha.
in the kingdom,
I gotcha.
or investigating potential threats and information gathering.
So they're basically the Secret Service of Evergel.
Basically, with a little bit more investigative side on it.
I gotcha. So like,
Secret Service,
Okay.
CIA.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not American, so.
actually, to make it simple, if you guys want, I can. Do you have like a picture of your brother, Fen?
Is there a picture on the walls?
Yeah, there's probably a picture on the walls.
Because Fen also has a picture in her journal too, but she doesn't want to open it.
Dope.
Side question.
If I have
You
a
don't think
picture,
Mom's already tried scrying?
I mean, have you guys scrying?
Mom?
Of course, but we could not really see anything.
Well, I just want to try to like go through our options. You know, if you guys have like, are you the kind of parents to keep like little, like this is gonna be weird. Did you keep the baby teeth?
No.
I know some parents do that. Did you keep the baby teeth?
No.
Crom is looking a little disturbed at Ran right now.
Some parents do that for remembrances and whatnot. Like no hair, no nothing.
No.
Okay, dope. Give me the picture and give me 10 minutes. And you guys keep talking. I'll
have
just use 10 minutes.
your 1,000 gold scrying object.
I believe I do.
Yeah, because you cried earlier.
I did.
Remember I told you used something of Zephyrus.
I did.
You don't
That's fair.
technically have that item yourself. You don't.
I am currently looking through my inventory. Give me 1 minute. Come on, D&D Beyond, load, please. Oh, Jesus, hold on, I have to refresh.
So who do we got to talk to and beat up to find out where your boy is?
From what I understand, I believe, well, she kind of looks around you guys towards the front door. I believe Farrah's due back for a check-in soon. We should be able to get more information then. Farrah, that's what I said.
Oh.
We'll go over
Not
Fenner's sister.
No. Farrah, is it that Farrah?
Out of character, yes.
Okay. Because we would all know that name.
You would all,
except for Crom.
yeah, everyone but Crom and
Vinton.
Finton would know that name. Crom and Finton, you're like, okay.
Question marks.
Farrah. What Farrah?
Is it someone from the school?
Oh, wait. You said you tried scrying, right, ma'am? No mean to interrupt, but you said you tried scrying?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you have a focus? I need one.
Of course, you can borrow it. And she kind of pulls out a small, like, I'll say it's a small little orb, glass orb, and hands it to you.
Okay, so thank you for this. I'll be 10 minutes. I'll start casting scry with the
Okay.
picture in hand.
Trying to remember the.
It's 10 minutes, so have fun.
Yeah, I need to.
Can a focus replace the 1,000 gold piece bowl?
No, it's a. You need a special a focus worth 1,000 gold pieces
Mm-hmm.
for scrying.
Gotcha.
So I'll say as you're asking about Fair, they say she's a rather small small girl, probably about your age, Fenoral. Long dark hair, really pale skin, human.
Did you go to Hawthorne?
Yeah, I believe she came from there. Blue eyes? Very vivid blue eyes.
Final turn to Pip. You think it's the same one?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
There was a girl at Hawthorne who got caught up in Queen Evildom's schemes. We helped stop it. Her name was Farah.
Pip will change her face to look like Farah, the one that she met. Does she look like this?
She, her Ben's mom kind of jumps in a second because don't really meet a lot of changelings. And she says, actually, yes. She's rather sweet. We've been helping care for her and help train her since she arrived here.
Glad to know
We'll
she
change
found
back to
someplace.
human form.
Glad to know she found someplace to train after all that.
So Ran, as you're sitting there scrying, you kind of focus, and you kind of feel that kind of chaotic, we'll say, presence. And it's kind of emanating from the amulet around that's in, I'm assuming, in your armor. But also around you, and you kind of focus, you kind of pull back slightly, and then just nothing. Scryfield. You know, that means they probably made their save.
God damn it. Okay. Do you guys have, like, some of his clothes that I could grab? It would help with the picture and everything. I can try it again.
I would also say that once someone has saved against
Yeah,
a spell,
I know.
they can't for
I meant
24
tomorrow.
hours. Okay, just checking.
I got you.
And I'll just say I'll grab something.
Okay, thank you. I apologize. The kid made his save because, God,
You resisted the attempt.
he resisted my scry. It was ridiculous.
And
Kids, all right.
so as Fen runs off to get, a piece of clothing or something, you hear a slight sound of the outside door opening, and someone coming in, and there's a little bit of shuffling around of like shoes being kicked off, and in through the door walks a short, about 5 foot. Where is it? How tall is she?
Just a solid 5 feet.
I think she's like 5 feet tall, yeah. No, 5'2". A little bit, so a few inches taller than Pip. She got she got long, straight, jet black hair, and most of you saw her, like, her hair was actually hanging half over her face, like, covering half her face. Now it's kind of tucked neatly behind her ears. She still got, like, the kind of pink tank top and, like, blue jeans on, really pale skin, really blue eyes. Now she's got, like, a cloak on and really nice leather boots. About a belt of like a few pouches with a dagger on it. And as she kind of walks in, and she's just talking to the air and says, well, I've got a little bit of news. Remember your last name, Fen?
Aliani.
Yeah, I'll never remember that. Mr. and Mrs. Eleni, I'm not get it right. I've got a little bit of information, but not much. And as she says that, she kind of looks up and sees, we'll say Pip, and we'll say probably about now, Fen comes walking back in, and Ran, and she just kind of stares and goes, hi. And kind of waves slightly.
Oh.
Fancy
Uh,
meeting you.
what are like the general vibes that Fenton's getting from this like interaction?
Roll an insight check.
2 2s in a row.
You're not sure. It feels I'll say it feels generally kind of awkward.
Okay.
Probably a big one that most people would pick up.
Does she seem surprised that we're here?
She does seem. What's your passive? You know, I'd say she does seem a little surprised and maybe a little scared at the same time, but more surprised.
And he'll kind of cross her arms and go, "So what have you found out about my brother?"
Yes, well, not much additional information from the folklore yet, but we're making a little bit of headway towards them allowing a meeting with a watcher to pass some information. No, I'm just the messenger. We're making headway with them letting one watcher of some sort meet with them. They do appear to be, from what I understand, anxious about recent going-ons in the kingdom. Some of the noble families that went missing and turned up again, as if nothing had happened.
Excuse me? Noble families went missing?
Yeah, they said that they were like diplomatic trips, and I think it was like just wanted to get some fresh air for a few days or something. It was.
You guys are sure that these nobility are actually who they say they are?
All tests that can be physically performed and such have been performed on them. They're not illusions. They're not shape changers. They don't appear to be shape changers. They appear to be who they say they are. Biologically.
Fen would know Alicia's last name from the previous session. Emily does not. She's gonna ask if that noble family, one of the ones that had gone missing.
She kind of like lowers her head and kind of thinks for a second. I think they were the last ones, and they fairly recently came back a few days ago or so.
That's something to keep an eye on when Alicia gets back. And we'll say to the rest of the party.
Doorbell. Anyway. And then she kind of seems to get rather excited. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, yes.
We'll say, try and talk over it here. As you exchange those words, you see Farah actually kind of light up slightly as she turns towards your parents, Fen, And she says, "Oh, did they tell you the Watchers? They're talking about let me go through the initiation ceremony soon." And she looks like noticeably excited, and they both actually look rather excited for her.
Cool.
Initiation?
I'm assuming you say that in character.
Yes.
Finton is confused.
And Fen will actually respond with just say Watcher stuff, family, organization, and everything that's here in Everagil protects the Feywild. Things like that.
Oh.
And whatchamacallit, so your mom actually turns to, actually, no, that's a question. How's your, decision process going on? Are you thinking about going through the ceremony yourself soon?
Still thinking about it. Been doing a lot of time trying not to die recently. But
I see.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about that.
shut up, Crom.
Hey, Care.
Hmm?
At what they said earlier about the nobles going missing, including what was it?
Alicia's parents?
Alicia's parents. Ran is gonna get immediately like, oh no, feeling, and lean over to Pip and say, "We should probably go get Alicia. That sounds bad."
Shit, she went to go meet her family, didn't she?
Yeah, she went to go meet her family. You know what, guys? Me and Pip have some stuff to do. We're gonna be right back.
Finton just silently joins where you're standing. Silently freaking out.
Squeeze Fenn's hand really quickly as she walks out.
Okay,
Oh god.
So Ran and Pip are leaving. Finton, are you staying put, or are you going to?
No, he's going with.
Okay, so the three of you head out. So you fairly easily find your way back towards the city. What would you like to do as you come back in the East Gate? None of you have ever been here before.
Ran is gonna ask around for Alicia. People probably saw her walk through.
You know Alicia's last name, right?
Yeah, you guys would know her last name.
It's Elvish.
Kalnasi?
Oh,
That's what
actually,
I'm saying.
in that case, if it'll be easier, could Ran just go up to someone and say, "Hey, where's the house of Alicia's family?" and just ask where that house is, and then just head that way.
Make a general investigation
Where's
check.
the blank estate?
Make a general investigation check just to see, just as you're like asking around.
Anyone helping me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Actually, what's your bonus?
Actually, you know what? I'll help. Actually, no. I was the one who asked, so I would have to roll. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Finton would just be following and casting guidance whenever needed.
Okay, so I'll say roll at advantage, and you can have the D4 from guidance.
Sure. God damn it. Hold on.
I was gonna
12.
say because I have a +9.
So with a 12, we'll say, it takes you like a good, like hour.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Before you finally find someone willing to talk to you, and they generally point you in the general direction of district of the city is that? The old Elegier district of the city, and in the general direction of where the family home is. And you see it's a rather fairly nice looking elvish home. There's it's partially built into trees, but also it's more standalone and just kind of natural looking and that sort of thing. Nice trim and kind of more pointed, but actually kind of more, I'll say more arched roofs type of thing. Kind of like ivy crawling up pillars, that sort of shit.
Okay.
And yeah, so you're standing outside of it.
Should we knock? Should we
See
go in?
or hear Alicia?
Pardon?
Can we see or hear Alicia anywhere?
No, it looks like it's a fairly large house, though.
Rand, you have sending, right?
Do I have sending? No, I definitely do not have sending. I have scrying, but
I don't have sending either.
I have message. It's 120 feet. If I point in different directions, will my message get across?
What do you say?
Just to Alicia, hopefully. Alicia, we're outside. Can we talk to you really quick?
And so you point around a few times before a message come back. I'm busy talking to my parents. What is it?
She'll recast message. We have some really important things to discuss, particularly about your family.
Okay. Well, I can come let you in if you would like.
what's she saying? Is she responding?
Yeah, she's talking to her family. She's saying that she can let us in.
Oh,
if
that'd be
we'd
great.
like.
If we could go in, that'd be great because I have a thing.
Real quick, after hearing that, Fenton is just going to cast Detect Thoughts himself.
Okay.
Just kind of preemptively, so he's not scene casting a spell, but before they go in, so it's up for a minute.
Okay.
Very smart.
I same with Detect Magic Eldritch Sight.
No.
And I'll send off a message. Yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
Okay, so right before you go in, you cast that basically. So, say as Alicia you hear the doorknob running, you cast it. And as she welcomes in, she come in. And I guess, are you focusing on Alicia or?
Yeah, if it. Hold on, let me see here.
Surface
Just
thoughts?
reread this.
Say her surface thoughts are mostly probably just about her parents being worried for her and
When you run off, don't tell them where you're going.
glad that she's home, that sort of thing.
Yeah, he just until he sees her parents. That's all he really reads. But he's kind of just waiting to.
Yeah. So that's
read their
and
thoughts.
it's about a minute long. So say by the time you get towards what looks like a sitting room of some sort, the spell would have faded because it's only a minute.
Oh shit.
Big house.
Yeah. Then a minute's not very long. So as you're walking in, you see. God damn it. You see two elven figures. One man with long black hair, looks like really brown eyes, wearing kind of like a long green robe type of almost jacket with long sleeves, and kind of like a kind of really simple but elegant shirt, kind of done up with like kind of gold inlay, that sort of thing, up the front, and like looks like a belt of some sort around the waist. Kind of slightly tan skin, that sort of thing. The woman's got kind of long blonde hair that seems to be in a braid, kind of resting across her chest. She's got an elegant green dress on, green eyes, same kind of tan type skin. They're both looking at you and going, "Alicia, who are your friends?" And so she introduces you, and says, "They wanted to see you for some reason." She looks confused.
Really quickly, do they have any rings, any bracelets, like similar to what Alistair had?
Make a perception check.
Any magic radiating off of them?
No.
No magic. Okay. Then Ran will go to her right hand and
Actually,
put on a ring that she has, and she will.
Hold on.
It's just a.
I just
Okay, sorry.
thought of something. First off, Pip, no, you don't notice anything. They got a few rings on. They got like wedding bands on and her mother's got a couple other rings, but that's about it. And no bracelets other than like maybe bangled type jewelry.
Just mundane jewelry, yeah.
I will say. This work. I'd say you read some sort of aura, some sort of aura coming off of them, Bran. But I need you to roll an Arcana check to understand it.
School of Magic.
It's just faint. It's nothing. You can't really get a school.
So 25.
Nice.
You kind of like. You're reading it, but you understand this to be an enchantment.
Enchantment. Okay, Ran is immediately like. It narrows her eyes a little bit and is definitely putting on a particular ring that she had made while in Hawthorne. It's not magic or anything. It's a completely mundane ring. Are either of their hands like bare? No gloves or anything?
No, they're not wearing gloves. They're inside.
Okay, cool. She'll go up and offer her right hand to shake and say, "Hi, I'm Pyra, friend of Alicia. Lovely to meet you."
Who do you offer to shake first?
The father, for now.
He kind of like raises his hand up and says, "Hi.
I was gonna ask what are their names.
Fucking damn
I
it.
have no idea.
Book of NPCs.
God damn it. Elvish name. Elehon. I'm Elehon. Ooh, nice to meet you." He kind of like gently shakes your hand.
Any reaction to the ring made of silver? She has a little silver ring.
No.
Okay, just making sure they're not like creepy things that react to silver. Okay. Where is the enchantment radiating off of them specifically? Is it just on them, like on their whole body?
Just in
Is it
general.
both of them?
Both of them. Just in general.
In general. Okay. That's all she does for now. she'll just introduce herself, shake both of their hands, and just basically get a closer look at them and just hopefully try and glean exactly what kind of enchantment this could possibly be. Just like narrowing the list down.
Roll an
If
insight
possible.
check.
Insight, that I have a +1. It's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That's 3.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they just seem like really nice, kind of very strict, looking and kind of confused, but
Does Fenton get any thoughts?
no,
It already dropped.
it's only a minute.
Oh, sad. Pip will introduce herself too.
They nod and say, "Well, it's nice to meet Alicia's friends. I take it you're the ones that have been keeping her safe."
Yeah, some of us, yeah. The rest of us are elsewhere in the city.
I see. Well, is there anything else we can do for you? We do have.
We just need to borrow Alicia just for 10 minutes. It'll be in and out. We just need to discuss some things with her because we came to this city for a very specific purpose, and there's some information we need to share. Hope that's all right.
All right. Yes, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you very much. We very much appreciate it. And she'll grab Alicia gently and just lead her out of the room, out of earshot, and out of sight.
Confused, but follows.
As they're leaving, like as they've almost completely walked out of the room, Finch will just steal a glance backwards and see if he can kind of like pick up on, like, are they like sharing a look between them, like her parents? Are they like looking really antsy, or are they like uncomfortable, or?
Roll insight.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't guide myself. Fuck.
Ooh, that's really good.
No, they just seem rather confused by what just transpired, and I'd say glad that Alicia's safe and they met the people that were helping keeping her safe. But
Okay.
you don't get much more than that.
Once we have Alicia out of earshot, I guess we'll relay the information that her parents had gone missing for a few days and came back like nothing happened.
And Ran is going to say immediately, with addition to that information, your parents have an enchantment on them. Is that normal?
She says, "What do you mean an enchantment?"
I'm using my Eldritch Sight right now. I can see a fairly powerful, ever-present...
Faint. It's kind of...
What'd you say?
He said
It's faint.
It was faint.
Oh, it's faint. Sorry, I misheard. A faint enchantment aura around their entire bodies. Is that normal?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then I'm going to need you to make sure they don't cast spells, because I can attempt to dispel it, but I need them to trust me. Can you do that? I can attempt to dispel it.
You saying it so that make sure they don't cast spells. She kind of laughs a little and says, "They don't know magic."
They don't know magic. Great. I'll walk back in and just
Alicia, real quick.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Do you have any magic that would help with memory loss or false memories?
Let me pull up her sheet.
Greater restoration, I think, isn't it? Or lesser?
Oh, forgot to hit long rest on her.
We'll be fine. We'll just go to another house. We don't have to worry about Alicia.
Yeah, she's not important. We'll send her away this game. Oh, and then I'll drop a giant clue that Alicia's parents have probably been kidnapped and taken over by the evil Queen of the North.
Shut up. Anyway. I'm just saying what the NPCs would say, man. She says, well, I've got greater restoration, but I can only do that once a day, and it costs diamonds. How much diamond does she have?
She doesn't have any more diamond dust. She has more diamonds, but no more dust.
No, but she had some dust because she had one rather large diamond ground up.
I broke one for her.
Yeah. Diamonds one.
Oh no.
Where is it? I think. What? Oh, he might have written it down elsewhere. I'm trying to.
Oh god damn it.
One. I think, because she had 350, 200, and what was the other? She had 300 gold worth of diamonds, I believe, right?
Yes.
So she would have 200 gold worth of diamond dust. Okay, so she said I can do it 2 more times, but it'd be like a day apart.
I can try and dispel it, but it's a little risky. If they think I'm trying to harm them, then I could get arrested, and I really don't want to go to jail today.
Roll an Arcana check.
I would, but my internet just crashed, and I'm talking via my data, so yes, I would very much appreciate it someone rolling for me. Yeah. Oh, wait, it might be back. Hold on. Let me refresh.
25 Arcana.
Oh, Pip rolled really well for Arcana, so I'd stick with that.
Stick with it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm just writing something down here.
Get a 25 Arcana, Jesus.
Hell yeah, 2 25 Arcanas in a row? Oh my god. Thank you, Pip, you glorious motherfucker.
Anyway, so, sorry, yeah, I would say, in this instance, with the kind of enchantment you seem to sense on it, I don't believe Dispel Magic will work.
Really?
I don't think. Where's that stupid spell? No, this would not work.
I think I know the spell.
But
Would I know,
I would say you would know that Greater Restoration would probably work.
Greater Restoration would work. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. It's okay. Oh no, I have ideas.
Me
ideas
too.
of
None
what
of
it
them are
could
good.
be.
Oh, I
So
have
yeah,
several
Alacia, can you cast Greater Restoration on your one of your parents? Doesn't matter who it is. But the enchantment, I can't dispel it. It's a little too specific and subtle. It's either too much. It is either too powerful, or it's the kind of spell that I can't target specifically with a dispel spell. If that makes sense.
She's like, I guess. She,
Or greater restore your father?
pardon, sir? You guys all got muted suddenly on me.
Oh.
You're all good now.
Maybe restore your father?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd rather just a little more. Yeah. So you guys walk back in with her, or?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Ran is looking at them for any signs of like funky
Yeah.
business.
Say
Are
it's
they
bitten, yeah.
nervous?
So she just
Are
walked.
they antsy?
Roll an insight check.
Everybody, or?
Anyone who wants to. Anyone who's looking.
I will
Yes.
piggyback off that bitch. That's a 6.
You're not sure, Ren. You're too like agitated about what might be going on here. Finton.
I have so many of them are terrifying.
Finton, they don't seem agitated or like suspicious or anything. Pip,
Dice are on fire for Pip tonight.
apparently.
They are.
Um,
I'm just waiting for the flip side of like natural ones and shit.
they they just seem really, really confused right now. And so as Alicia kind of walks up and says, Dad, I just need to, she kind of pulls out a little handful of the diamond dust. Like, we'll say it's nicely portioned out. And says, I'm just going to do something. Don't worry. And she kind of puts on, she casts Greater Restoration. Let me mark off the dust. Alright, and as you see you see his body kind of flash for a second. And her mom kind of looks over. What's going on? And he just kind of blinks his eyes and he says, kind of like coming back to Alicia. What's going on? How did we get back here?
What do you remember, sir?
I mean, it's kind of fuzzy. We were going for a stroll in the city, and one moment we were just strolling along, and the next we were in like a forest somewhere, which I know is not helpful. And then we were just coming back into the city.
You don't remember anyone? No one
I remember
placed a spell on you?
Fenton's gonna cast Detect Thoughts again.
Okay.
And focus on Alicia's mom. While the father, tongue-tied, sorry. While her father's talking, to see if anything that he says triggers any memories for her mom.
Surface thoughts, nothing. She just seems confused. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna say roll a sleight of hand check to cast that. Okay. So you kind of go through the motions, start casting. They're like, "What are you doing?"
Just do it.
He doesn't stop. He fully casts the spell.
And they still ask, "What are you doing?"
He just kind of shrugs.
Don't worry about
he
it.
doesn't answer.
We're not here to hurt anyone. We're just being cautious.
Okay,
Sir,
so surface.
Enchanted.
Okay.
And your wife is also enchanted.
Kind of glances over. She's like, enchanted? That's preposterous. What are you talking about?
She probably doesn't remember.
And
You don't either.
so surface thoughts of while he was talking, no, she just confusion.
Yeah, he'll do the probe deeper thing where they have to make a wisdom save.
Okay, what's your spell save? You're the cleric. She saves. The 19.
The Detect Thoughts is a wizard spell, so the save is 17.
Oh, well, so roll the 19.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I believe that means the spell ends. I believe when you probe deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the spell ends. They're like, just kind of shakes his head and looks. What else was there? I can't remember what everyone was asking now.
What does he remember?
He
was in the forest.
He just remembers the forest. Oh, he remembers it's just laughter, cackling, laughter. That's about it.
That is not specific. That is unsettling. I am sorry that happened to you. we're gonna be perfectly honest. Your wife should probably be watched until tomorrow when Alicia can do this again. Because there's only a finite amount of resources that we have for that spell because it's expensive as hell. And we're also going to be honest that
Another
other nobles
option.
have been through the same situation.
Another option is you could go to a temple of sorts and get a cleric to look you over.
Oh yes, we may do that.
Yeah, don't go alone. I think you should probably go with like a bunch of your guards. Probably a good idea if people are targeting you.
Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Thank you. What do you guys want to do? Alicia's like, I'll stay with my mom and dad for now.
Okay, just watch.
I'll stay
just
with you.
He'll Ran is just gonna lean in and just say, just your mom. I guess Finnan is gonna stay with you. That's good. You need a wizard. That's great.
Alicia's just like, no, don't. I'm fine. We got plenty of guards.
I'm staying. I'm staying.
All right. She's like,
split party.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Anyway, she's like, fine. Okay, so Ran and Pip, do you go back? Or what do you do? Alright.
Yeah, I suppose we go back.
Yeah, let's head back and tell the group what just happened, because that's sketchy as fuck. Something bad is gonna happen, and I have a feeling that's connected
all of the other nobles need to get
Fenn's.
sorted out.
Yeah, I think this is connected to Fenn's brother. 100%.
Okay, so
At least 80%.
you guys managed to retrace your steps back along the path towards Fenn's house a couple hours later, so that's about 2:30 in the afternoon. What have the rest of you guys been up to?
All right. I've been thinking on this.
Been darning my sock.
Good. There's probably a sewing kit like near the.
Sitting in the front yard, sewing my sock toe shut.
As because they brought up the whole Watchers thing, Fen will go. I just want to know why you want me to join an organization that does not seem to care about its members.
Of course they care. We want you to be...
Why did they send Ellie out to Lord Barnett? He was a dangerous man. He's a kid. We just graduated. If we hadn't been there, he could have been stuck there forever.
I have no idea. That was their family. They were insisted, from what I understand.
Why?
To clear their name.
What was this whole thing about? Ellie told me it was all a lie.
I don't know. I haven't been told there was something going on. They obviously thought he could handle it, and from what I understand, I think he was insistent. I don't know what to tell you.
Kind of like hops a little bit. And then just goes, did you know about Elistar's father?
No, we had no idea. As far as we knew, they were, the stories.
Yeah. Just make sure you guys weren't another person lying to me.
Of course not. But as for the Watchers, being part of the Watchers has always been like, I don't want to say a second family, but like, it's just, you feel like you're a part of something, you're doing something to help the Feywild, the barriers between. We wanted you to feel that connection with everything.
Every time I've tried to help anything, we just end up getting into more trouble. We ended up captured by the Thalian Queen because we just were trying to help. You're just trying to pass a message on, and we ended up stuck in Thalian. Rand was thralled, and she's just getting very, very frustrated. All the emotions are starting to come out.
Your mom kind of like comes forward and kind of, if you let her, will like kind of pull you in and kind of pat you on the back and rub your back, that sort of thing. It's all right. That's quite a bit for you to go through. I'm surprised you didn't want to reach out sooner. We could have tried to help you.
I didn't want to, but I could handle it.
You've always been stubborn and independent. She kind of like kisses the top of your head. Well, you're here now, and that's what counts. And if Fair's right, we should hopefully find out some information. Just what watchers are gonna allow to get the information is besides the point. What do you want to do, Fenarl?
I really don't know. Just kind of takes like a shaky breath and goes, I feel like everything to this point has been decided for me. I thought I could take my own path, but these last few months have shown me that even that's really not an option. There's a lot more at play than you think there are. I've seen a lot of stuff, and she takes another breath and goes, I know I said I didn't want to join the Watchers, or wasn't sure. I'm still not sure. I know you talk about being a part of something. I know it's a family tradition, and
it's beyond tradition. It's just it's hard to explain what it feels like to be part of something bigger than yourself.
But like I said, every time I think about potentially joining, I think about everything. I think about Ellie, and you guys didn't see him in that state. Just the fact that he was all alone, that they would trust a kid to do that, and now with Erlon too, and it just doesn't feel like anything is safe anymore.
Your brother was, from what we understand, what I'm gathering, based on the information they've given us, was not necessarily working for the Watchers anymore. He was working for the Folklore.
I still need to think about it, especially just being here, being home.
Take some time, and we're waiting on information at this point.
Mm-hmm. She kind of takes a deep breath and actually does go in and reach in and gives her mom a hug.
She kind of hugs you back and kind of gives you a little extra squeeze and before releasing you and kind of smiling down at you. Now, just after this, how would everyone like to get some lunch? Or early lunch, I suppose.
Lunch sounds great.
Alright.
Wait, is Crom outside darning his sock?
Yes, he is in the front yard sewing up his sock.
Ben will kind of like shake off like the last couple minutes of intense conversation and walk out towards the door and go, Crom, would you like some lunch?
Lash, you're speaking my language. Oh, hold it. Is it going to be that really fruity vegetable elf? Yeah, it'll be fine.
You'll like it.
I'll eat
You'll
it.
like it.
Quickly puts his sock back on now that it's fixed and heads in.
Alright. Say good brevity. Like you guys kind of help with making lunch and having lunch. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before, I guess, Rand and Pip get back? Got a few hours at least. Couple hours.
Before I say anything, Crom, is there anything you want to talk about?
Just worried about your loss.
I'm fine.
You've been a little off today.
It's been a long time since I've been here. It's just a little strange.
Crom looks around, make sure nobody's looking. Well, if you need to, I'm here. You know, I'm not real good at it, but I'll stand in the corner and let you hit me if it'll help.
Oh, don't worry. I will if you ever call me by my full name. I will.
Saving that for a special moment. I'll admit it.
It'll be right in the nose. I will not hold back.
Fair. I will have earned it.
And as you're kind of like chatting, you see Farah kind of come up. She looks kind of like she's kind of wringing her hands together.
Hi.
Hi, I'm just. Do you know why I wanted to join the Watchers?
And we'll kind of like look out on the floor because she heard this a million times before, then look up and go, why?
Because all my life I've been treated like shit. I've been treated like I don't belong. I've been used, and this is the first time since I came here that these people like actually want me here. They make your family, everyone makes me feel like I actually belong here, even though I'm not from here. It's wholesome, I guess. It's an amazing feeling, like just belonging, you know?
Fair, right?
Yeah. Who are you?
I'll explain something to you. Crom, don't worry about it. Let me just talk for a second at you.
We found
The feeling you're feeling is something you need to feel about yourself before you can feel it from others. If you go looking to feel that from others without feeling it for yourself, you can find yourself in some places that aren't very nice and aren't very happy.
She kind of like smiles and looks down and kind of brushes the hair back out of her eyes and just says, with respect, Crom, if you knew how I grew up, what my life was been like, you'd agree that this is much better. Like, this is the happiest I've been in ever. It's just
trying to find the drinking the Kool-Aid cult that I would have heard about in this world. Is there such a thing? You know what I'm talking about? Jonestown?
I mean, like, no.
You're asking if the Watchers is a cult.
I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying
Not
it
saying,
sounds
just
like
saying.
somebody's drinking the Kool-Aid. Sounds like somebody, you know, the people in Jonestown thought it was a great place too. They thought that it was the best thing ever, right up till they drank the Kool-Aid.
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying in character. Ouch.
I'm trying to figure out how to say it as you know, and relate it to the world because I don't know enough of the world, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. Risky, she says, if you say something like, are you sure that you know what these people are about, that sort of thing? Like, if they're actually genuine or whatever?
What I'm trying to say to her is basically what I said. It's like I'm gonna look at her as Farah. I understand what you're saying, but understand just because something feels good doesn't mean it is good. And if you have to look outside to find good, if you need to find something else to make you feel better, you should be looking inside to find the better you first. You have to fix you before you can bring something right into your life. If something is offering to make you perfect, you know what? There were a lot of people on the Titanic that thought it wouldn't sink. There's a lot of people in Jonestown who thought the Kool-Aid
What's the
was
Titanic?
good. Using those two examples and substituting the proper world analogy into it.
She says, Crumb, the way I grew up was terrible. I grew up in Thalion, which is not necessarily to say, like, Thalion's not necessarily a terrible place. It's just people.
What we've seen of it has been pretty terrible.
It's pretty bad.
There's good points to it. You just gotta find them. I mean, the weather's great in my opinion. But I grew up with a family that literally used me for, well, my magical ability. They basically gave me up to that woman because they thought that it would grant them favor or something. I don't want to use the term slave, but it's...
I'm not saying your life wasn't rough, and I'm not saying that
what I'm
these
saying,
people aren't nice. I'm just saying keep your eyes open.
My eyes have been open wide for a long time. Like,
I will kind of look over to Crom and go, are you saying you think the Watchers is a cult?
I'm saying it sounds like it. I'm saying there's something more going, whether it's the Watchers, the folk, there's some weird stuff going on here, Fenn, and I don't mean anything bad by us. I'm just telling you, lads, there's something not right here. Nobles disappear, then reappear, and
I don't feel like that's the Watchers. She'll just say, there's lots of stuff out here that can...
aren't they responsible for the nobles?
That's the folk Lever.
Oh, so the folk then. I'm just telling you, there's something weird going on here. And it seems like power plays, and it seems above my head, and I just want to swing my axe at something.
There's a tree out back. Yadril, my sister, she used to fire at it. It's pretty good for hitting stuff.
After lunch, I'll probably go hit it a few times. I thank you for that. Farrah, I just think that you seem like a good girl. I've just barely met you. I just want you to, I want you to keep your eyes open. Always look for everything. The open hand sometimes hides or distracts you from the hidden blade. Make sure that what you do, you're doing for you, and that what you're doing is right inside of you all the way. Not just because somebody said, hey, it's a great idea to go infiltrate the schoolhouse and make bad things happen.
This is the first time I've actually been able to think for myself. The first time I've been encouraged to study and learn what I want to learn, and it's the first time I felt like me. Like I didn't have to hide. It's just...
Well, I pulled over at Finn. I said, this young lady right here, I haven't known for very long, but I like very much. And she has a really good head on her shoulders. And if she thinks the Watchers, there's something funky about the Watchers, then I'd be careful. It sounds like the Watchers hung her family out to dry.
No, that's Crom. You're a little off.
Okay, who was it? Sorry.
Her family wasn't from like Thalion. Completely different thing.
Who's the one that was with you said the Watcher sent someone somewhere that was a bad person?
Oh, that was I think you were outside for that, but
oh,
you might have heard it.
Well, I probably heard it somewhere in one of those many nights that I'm hiding behind a freaking blanket in a treehouse. And I'll tell you what, Get some male friends. There's just something wrong when there's only one male running around with a bunch of girls. It's weird for them. Have more than one guy around.
There's
Feels
two of
so
them
good
now.
to have Fenton around now. He is such a good man.
Farrah kind of like chuckles, and she actually kind of snaps her fingers, and a small a raven kind of appears and settles on her shoulder, and she just kind of scratches it.
Ben smiles and just goes, "I'm glad you found someplace better.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for looking out for my parents."
They've helped me a lot.
I'm glad.
And I'm rage chopping carrots, by the way.
Alright. You're rage chopping carrots. Her mom is like watching you, kind of a little concerned.
They're perfect cuts, but
But
God,
like,
there's rage.
But like, almost like being prepared to like heal if she needs to and everything.
Very, very aware of how easily those things can happen.
Uh-huh.
Bunch of rambunctious kids running around, falling out of trees. When Farrah says that one last thing, and Ben says, "I'm happy for you" and everything, she tries not to look it, but she looks a little sad when she says it. But straightens up and goes to help him fix lunch.
We got some celery needs to be chopped. I'm gonna chop it.
Alright, so you guys, I'll say take a break if there's nothing else anyone wants to talk about.
Ben will do one more thing, and that's after lunch, she'll just go sit in Erlan's room and for a while, and play with her boomerang. Throw it, like lightly, accidentally knock something off a shelf, freak out, put it back, back down.
A couple times your sister actually comes home at some point in time and like pokes her head in and goes, everything okay in here?
Yeah, hi, Ia.
So, she kind of comes...
I will say once Fenn's away and Farrah's a little bit away, if Mom is near, Crown will say, "Hey, ma'am, I just want you to know you did real good. Your daughter's one of the best people I know. This is a good group. Don't let them know I said that. Even that Rand, who just makes me angry, is good. Sometimes. But she's really good. And she's really caring. And you did a great job raising her. Now I'm going to go back to my potatoes."
She just smiles and says, "Thank you. We tried. We try.
Don't worry. It's got to go through my axe to get to her, so she'll be okay.
It's good to know." So as you're kind of sitting in Erlen's room and your sister pops her head in, she kind of sees you, kind of like looking a little down, so comes in, sits down on the bed, and goes, "What's up?"
Just all of this. I wasn't expecting to come home to this. I actually wasn't expecting to come home for a while, but this all happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a journey.
Kind of.
Sorry.
Continue.
She's like, what is it? It's complicated. We'll find him. If I have to go out there myself and search for him, we'll find him.
I'll drag him back if I ever see him.
You and me both. She kind of gives you kind of shove with her shoulder.
And shoves shoulder back.
Kind of goes in a little bit of a like shoving match back and forth for a little bit until like someone falls on the floor.
Huh.
Probably her.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah, I
When
feel
you're
a little
wrestling-
proud of that.
She just like. Anyway, you want? What are you thinking about, little sis? What are you thinking, Ben?
Just, thinking about how the world is not what I thought it was when I was younger.
Oh, let me tell you. No, it is not. Things are so different when you're a kid.
And I still feel like there's a lot to learn. And I don't know, apparently I have a destiny, like an actual one written down in books or something. It's weird.
Wild.
Not really sure about it.
Wild.
Um,
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, like, why would anyone write down stuff about me or whatever? Who knows? Who knows? Just ended up with a weird group.
Yeah.
Do a lot of good, I think. We do a lot of good. And that's all I really wanted to do. But
That's good.
there's also a lot of people out there trying to do a lot of bad. They're a lot more powerful than us. Sometimes I don't feel like we can ever do it all.
Well, I'm sure you'll find your way. You want to know a secret too? She
What?
kind of looks around, like trying to make sure no one's watching, and she says, "You know how I wander between the Feywild and this and such, protecting shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, do you think I do that like on their orders? I'm free range, man. They'll never tell you, but you don't have to be like stuck here once you join the Watchers. They've got plenty of us out there that are just keeping a watchful eye on everything. Like, it's not just Everagil we've got to protect. It's the world, you know?
Yeah. Like how they sent Ellie to Lord Barnett. He
Yeah.
sucks, by the way. I haven't met a single noble that I liked.
Yeah.
I've met quite a few now. They all suck.
Yeah, they're a little stuck up. But yeah, I admit that was not one of their finer moments. But I mean, everyone's entitled to make mistakes, right? And at least he's okay.
Yeah. Thanks to us. Thanks to the fact that we just happened to be there. Get dragged into it.
And that's apparently what you're supposed to do. Maybe that's
Yep.
maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe you're supposed to be the one out in the world fixing mistakes of others.
People make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. Someone's got to clean up after them, though, right?
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. A lot easier. But, yeah. Thanks, Ia.
No problem. And
Just punches her again.
he's like, "Oh, you're getting good at that." She kind of rubs her shoulder, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you want to know another? Not that I'm trying to like push you or anything.
What?
Another cool thing." She kind of shows the watch symbol on her wrist. It's like glowing green. She's just like, "Get cool freaking tattoos, man." She just laughs and walks out the door.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
That's it.
Yep, I'm good.
Alright, so you kind of mull around and chat with everyone off and on, and eventually Pip and Ran come back without Finton this time.
Right as they're coming back, Fen is like showing Crom where she broke her arm falling out of the tree. Like, oh yeah, that's where I broke my arm the first time, and the second time. And over there is where, and just going on like that.
Alright, and Pip and Ran, you're back.
There's a little tomato in Crom's beard because as he was rage chopping, he accidentally grabbed a tomato instead of a potato, and it exploded. So he's pulling the seeds out as he's like, "Lass, I thought you learned from the first fall. You don't take a second."
Ben?
And do you want to stop?
We're alone, right?
You're
Relatively.
right. Yeah, you're probably sitting out in the front yard.
Okay, cool. So, I think there's something going on with the nobles of the city. A bunch of them went missing, came back, including Alicia's folks. We went there, and it turns out that they were enchanted with something. Like, I don't know. Something weird. Something strong enough to not be targeted by dispel magic, but weak enough so that greater restoration would fix it entirely.
So subtle magic. You couldn't brute force it.
Yeah, exactly. It required.
You're
it
not
required
good
a
at
really
subtle.
big-
You can only really good at brute force. You know that, Rand. Nothing personal. Just saying.
Pot, meat, kettle. What the?
Point well taken. Point well taken.
You're literally a battering ram.
Well, we're both good at what we do.
That ain't right.
That said,
but yeah,
so
they said that they went for a walk, and then they I don't know, passed out or something. They woke up in the woods. They heard a bunch of laughter, like cackling specifically, and then they woke up walking towards their house like nothing happened. It was fucking weird.
Hair. As I'm hearing this, is there anything that I would have learned in guess my studies living here in Everagil, studies of like the Feywild, anything that sounds familiar to that?
Roll a history check.
Alright. Study.
Come on.
oh, Nat.
Natural 20!
I didn't get to see it because my thing wasn't showing. There we go.
Natural 20, dude!
So you were fairly studious, pretty much all throughout all levels of your schooling. You know, a lot of it you would have been homeschooled before you went to Hawthorne, but you know that there is a. Okay, I'm echoing through someone. Thank you. You would know that there is a plethora of like many different types of creatures that live in just the forest alone of Everagil. There's green dragons are pretty prevalent. There's many types of different plant creatures and dinosaurs, and also you know of in the what's it called? What's this forest called? Jelsi Forest. Jelst, Jelst Forest, so it's this one. There's rumors of an old crone or witch or possibly hag that lives there. And, you know, say with that history check even, you learn plenty about hags and their tendency to usually work on the sidelines, but they can have some kind of charming or enchantment type abilities, depending on the hag. And this particular witch has always been rather furious that she was pretty much forced to stay in this one area of the kingdom, and her home was always she's pretty much always forced to stay there, and it wasn't uncommon for her to be attacked occasionally, and things never turned out well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As they're explaining that, Ben runs back into the house, grabs a book from her, a notebook from her room, runs back out, and it has some of her notes from that. She's like, "This reminds me of this," and repeats that.
All right. So Fen tells you guys all about this hag crone person.
You think it was the hag?
It's just a theory, it's just a hunch.
What
But why targeting nobles? Why?
I mean, high targets, high value. You know.
Or a tool.
I
Or a
have a
tool.
theory, and I really, really, really hope I'm wrong.
What's
The
your theory?
Queen of Thalion might be behind this.
Might have found an ally, maybe?
Yeah.
With the
She might have found
proximity
someone that
of
was disgruntled and is using them to her advantage. I really hope I'm wrong.
yeah, I hope you're wrong too. No offense.
Me too. Honestly, I hope I'm wrong about like a lot of our theories and plans. They're all awful, and then they all come out to be true.
A lot of them have. It's horrifying.
It's awful.
We have really good foresight sometimes.
Sometimes.
Called
Finn,
good narrative pacing.
Finn,
Yeah.
the walkers, the folklore, what are folksy guys?
Folklore.
Is it possible the folklore would have access to these nobles, right?
Yes.
Is it possible that is there a possible power play or something going on inside the kingdom, or could somebody in that organization have been turned to set this up and using a hag or something like that as a tool to get Rand's girlfriend there and back in power everywhere?
Girlfriend? Excuse me?
You know, the Queenie, the way you gushed over her.
It was really embarrassing, Rand. You have higher
It was
standards than that.
disgusting.
She's disgusting. She used a mind control thing on me. That's not my fault.
But is it possible that she could have gotten into the folk and are using them against the nobles?
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know enough about them. It's very, even more secretive than the Watchers.
It's possible.
I'm gonna say
What-
Ran, because you're the one that rolled the impossibly high history check on them, right? Remember correctly?
Yeah, I rolled a 25 earlier.
I'll say like the fact that you even knew as much as you knew about it was surprising, but you know enough
Suspect.
that they are incredibly secretive and like very few outside of Everagil even know they exist.
So
That's
they're kind of
speak for
like,
unlikely.
Like they're
yeah.
they're incredibly secretive. Like knowing
NSA.
that was wow. It's only 'cause you
Yeah,
rolled so high.
actually, if nah,
Wouldn't
if
that
they're a
make them the
secret
perfect tool?
organization- If they're a secret organization, then if the Queen doesn't know about them, which is, I don't know, unlikely.
Suspect to be all for sure.
She's focused on taking Cavia and freeing Chaos. Those are her two big main goals. I don't think she's too concerned with a country on the other side of the world in the Feywild, vaguely.
But isn't this a country? And correct me if I'm wrong, Finn. My history of Evangel is not great, but aren't you a very harmony-based kingdom, which would be a natural enemy to Chaos and a possible threat to her plan?
Harmony and equipoise, mostly.
Yeah, but with you guys
Mom's
being on the other
equipoise.
side,
Watchers are largely equipoise. But,
yeah, with you being on the other side of the world,
Yeah.
and the only reason that I know even a little bit about the folk people is because of people at Hawthorne, really. I didn't know about them in Thalion. I came over and started hearing rumors, more or less. They're not well known in Thalion.
I just think that the enchantment of the nobles, a group that are supposed to protect the nobles, and now Fenn's brother being involved in that group, and you said, if I remember correctly, you said he resisted. He made a thought process to resist your scrying, correct?
He resisted the scry. Yeah, that happens sometimes, but it's not like normal. Like the only reason why I know where you guys were is because I scryed on you, Crom, because you're not
I didn't resist it.
exactly. You didn't resist.
No.
You didn't. You could have, but I knew what you looked like, and I was vaguely familiar with you, so you had.
I just think
significantly
I think we have a lot of dominoes in a row,
Hmm.
and it's something we need to take a peek at.
I think the city of Fowls is currently getting fucked. I suspect Faye, personally. I suspect Faye. The cackling, the subtle but powerful enchantment that couldn't be dispelled by direct means. I think it's like the proximity to the Feywild. Like, I mean, that's my theory. I have
Makes sense.
That's the theory.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We should still, you guys, what you learned from Alicia's house, you should probably let my parents know, because they can go to the Watchers. The Watchers have eyes everywhere, and money to cast Greater Restoration.
Yeah, let's definitely not trust the Watchers. Let's definitely keep an eye out for people watching us. Get it? Yeah, let's be cautious when we look. I can look for your brother again tomorrow with the fabric that you got from me, with the clothes and the picture. He should have a significantly harder time resisting my spell.
We should probably also do some checking into the folk Levere or whatever they're called. I'm just going to call them the folk. The folk. We need to do more investigation of the folk and see what's going on, because it's just too many in a row. Too many coincidences to know.
The Watchers are trying to figure out something there, like I said, with my brother, what Farah mentioned. But it sounds like they barely even want to talk to anyone.
The Watchers wouldn't be affected by this, would they?
What do you mean?
Well, if the nobles have been kidnapped and their memories have been altered somehow, would the Watchers have people that have disappeared as well?
Care?
Are
Are there any nobles in the Watchers?
Not generally.
There's not many nobles in the Watchers, and it's very much, they don't like to get their hands dirty, sort of thing, and get our hands dirty.
Rand, can you do your magic seeing eyes thing on Fair and on the household here, just to make sure that none of the members here are enchanted?
Bet. I will Eldritch Sight at will and just scope out the house, just walk around a little bit.
No, I mean, you see like magical auras coming from like weapons, equipment, but nothing that's
like the auras.
Nothing like the auras you got from Alicia's parents. No.
Okay, good to know. And nothing else that's like a little bit weird, like little magic runes on the walls or anything, and definitely no sensors.
No.
Beautiful. That's perfect. I will go back and tell them and just say, nothing unusual, just a lot of magic items, but I think that's typical.
Yeah.
Sounds like Finn's family.
We'll only have one magic user, really, and that's my mom. But, yeah.
Are you able to do the sight thing when we talk to Finn's parents? Ren?
What'd you say?
Are you able to do the sight thing when we talk to Finn's parents?
I can, but I think I just scouted out the house and I didn't get anything from them.
Did you come across them?
Yeah, you would have.
Did I?
You would have.
Yeah.
Kind of mulling around.
Yeah.
Hello.
I came across,
Bye.
yeah. There's.
Good
Yeah.
for the bathroom.
There's no other thing around, but while we're walking around the city, I can literally just take every 10 minutes or so, just keep casting Eldritch Sight and just see if I can sense any other of those enchantment things and just see. Maybe we can narrow down the list of suspects.
It sounds like Farah has the Watchers have been gathering a list. They just didn't know what was going on. Didn't have your amazing eyes, Ryan.
I know, I do have great eyes, don't I?
Oh God!
Um,
Why did I
so-
bring it up?
Ben, well, sorry, words. God.
I know.
You will, just say, Farah was apparently collecting information on the nobles that had gone missing, so we at least know that that list is probably mostly complete. I mean, there may be a few others that slip through the cracks, but you can probably guess that almost every noble in the city is probably,
At least a lot of them are. So
yeah.
we're not going to be able to greater restore every single one of them because that'll take thousands of gold upon diamonds.
Exactly.
So we need to find the source of this. The stronger the enchantment, I expect the stronger the enchantment, the closer we could get, maybe? I don't know. But if we're looking for wooded areas and cackling, maybe we should ask Alicia if she could ask her parents what area in the woods they were walking, and maybe we could narrow it down by searching in those areas, or maybe just we could ask them what area they were walking down when they passed out, and then we could go there and search the area and see if we can get any residual magic.
I feel like we are potentially looking for that hag. I don't
What
know much about the one I made. Did you not listen? When I rolled my good history check.
Oh.
The hag. The good-
Right. Sorry. I must have missed that. I apologize. It's Memphis' fault, not Ran.
How far does your book say that hag is away from us?
Well, I mean, she's up in the North Care?
Yeah. Contradictory names here. It's the Jill Forest, I believe. I think that's wrong on the map. I can't remember.
Just
We'll call it the Jill Forest. Yeah,
where is it?
This one. I don't know why.
This one?
Okay, so the northern forest.
Yeah.
So
But still, they were from this city, so she could be nearby, causing
she could be,
chaos.
but they were also gone for days. They were gone for days.
Well, weeks. Sorry.
Weeks?
Weeks?
That's even worse.
Oh,
Yeah. If they're weeks away, we should probably. You're sure about this hag? You're pretty sure about the hag?
I mean, it seems to match up. I mean,
Seems to
I know I've studied this area a lot because I don't know, when you live in an area with a whole bunch of crazy stuff in the forest and Feywild portals everywhere, you gotta make sure your kids don't walk into one.
That's totally valid, actually.
So,
What
feel
kind
pretty
of
strong about it.
out of curiosity, what kind of hag is she? Like, what have you heard?
I haven't heard that much. There's more.
I mean, I have these notes here, kind of basic information, don't
Would your
go up
parents
in the
know?
north. They might. The Watchers even might.
Maybe we should ask them.
And we'll stick her head inside and go, Mom, do you know anything about that hag that lives up north? Or Dad? Or Ia? Any of you?
They all kind of, your mom, they all kind of like poke their heads in, and your mom kind of looks confused, like, hag up north, the one from the legends?
The one in these notes right here. Just a book. You taught me about it.
I mean, just that she's an old witch that makes deals with people. We don't know much more than that. Like, she appears different for everyone, so.
Okay. Well, Rand and
Does she
Pip.
come out at night?
No, from what I understand, people have seen her during the day as well.
Final points, like Rand and Pip went to Alicia's house and found out that her parents were enchanted. Because of course they were, because everyone we know gets enchanted. Sorry. And they were able to fix it, right? At least one of them.
Her father, yes.
Okay.
That's...
They mentioned hearing cackling and ended up in a forest somewhere, and then they were back where they were.
Interesting. Well,
With seemingly no memory.
this is information we need to report to the Watchers immediately.
Specifically if nobles are being targeted.
I think that we should perhaps get a meeting with Arandon himself. That would probably be best.
And kind of grimaces a little bit. It's like, yeah, that's probably best.
How soon can we have that meeting?
She kind of looks at the clock. It's getting kind of late. Probably tomorrow morning.
It is pretty urgent.
It is urgent, but things are, yes, I'll send a message. And you see her kind of like trace her fingers in the air a little bit and kind of mumble something under her breath. And she kind of pauses for a second. Yes, he says we can go to the grove immediately, if you'd like.
I guess, yeah.
Alright. So you guys all decide to pack up and go towards this grove?
Guess so.
Alrighty. So I'm just checking out some notes here. Okay, so Fen, you would know that this grove is it's generally where they do hold a lot of ceremonies and such. Just literally like a nice grove of trees, with a small pool of water, and it's actually really quite beautiful. Like there's generally a lot more of the portals to the Feywild that are found around this general grove.
Fen will like point him out, like, stay away. This way. Sometimes it moves.
Don't wander in.
Yeah, basically. A couple times you have to like yank Crom back.
Nope. Back this way. Don't want to go in there.
His armor. Eventually you do come to the grove, and
Sure, I don't want to go in there. It looks kind of pretty.
No.
what you see, it's kind of like a raised dais with like a couple of stone steps, and you're all just kind of looking around like, where is he? And then all of a sudden, you see stepping out from like behind a tree what looks like a young half-elven, boyish looking, quite a bit shorter, short, curly, messy blonde hair, and chubby round cheeks, wearing very simple, brightly colored Evergillian clothing in like reds, blues, greens, short little like almost like a capelet, but maybe a little longer. And the colors all kind of tend to clash a little bit, but he doesn't seem to care. It's like very bright blue eyes. Or blue? Green? Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, blue. Like bright sky blue eyes. He's just like, so, I hear you're calling for me.
Friends. This is Aradon, right?
Arandon, yeah.
Arandon. Friends. Arandon. These are my friends. They were investigating the whole Nobles thing because you guys couldn't figure it out yourselves. Rand, Pip, floor is yours.
We suspect that the prime suspects are either some kind of Fey interference of the Hag in the north, or very vaguely Thalian.
Well, he kind of like licks his finger and puts it in the air and looks around and goes, no, it's not Thalian. They haven't come this far west yet.
Yeah, that's what I said too. That more or less, but yeah, we think that Ben knows something about the area, that the Hag in the northern forests of Evergill might maybe have something to do with it, but we're not sure.
Probably like tell them about Alicia's family. What you
Right.
found.
We
important.
found a noble family that were enchanted because I can do detect magic, which is a very simple spell. It's first level. Surprising that you guys don't have a first level spell and haven't thought about doing that sort of thing. But we cast Greater Restoration on them and figured out that they were enchanted with some sort of mind thingy, which is pretty powerful stuff to not be dispelled. So, Hag. Fae.
Interesting.
Something.
Fae, eh?
Or Hag, or whatever combination of the two.
As
They
you're
heard laughter. They just.
Crumb's in the
Minute
background,
first.
licking his finger, holding it up into the air, licking his finger, holding it up into the air. How did he do that?
as you actually Fen, and only Fen, as you're kind of like, as you hear the word Fae, and like you just see him kind of concentrating and thinking hard, and he kind of almost looks a little bored by the proceedings. Typical, really. Fen, you actually see it's kind of like the same idea of like the way you've seen like when Rand uses her illusions. It seems kind of like it's superimposed, and it just kind of makes you shake your head a little bit and like blink your eyes a few times, because what you see is like you see this childlike half-elven boy, but then behind it somehow, and also taller, is this, and it's kind of to your eyes just because you're blinking your eyes sometimes, it kind of flickers a little bit, is a much taller, older, very elven-looking man with rather more elongated ears than even your own. Male, long jet black hair, very bright and clear, same sky blue eyes, and fair complexion. He's kind of wearing like really fancy-looking blue and green robes and got like a little sparkles all over them, and like a little what looks like almost like a bone white kind of crown around his head, and he just almost looks gleeful, I guess you could say. It's
Okay.
his outfit looks very, I don't want to say ostentatious, but like just a eclectic mix of like so many different like styles. Like you even see some clothing that you would have seen in like Rillarian or Shelly Irons, and it's just, yeah, that's what Fen sees as you're kind of like having this conversation.
blinks a little bit. That's new.
Do
But,
any of us notice anything? Like nothing?
What? Sorry? I didn't quite
Do
catch.
any of us notice anything?
No, only Fen notices that. But you would I would say Pip would notice Fen probably blinking her eyes a little bit more often than you normally would.
squinting a little bit and like, oh, what?
This is a separate thing. Ran has been every 10 minutes casting Eldritch Sight because she's paranoid now with all the Fae shit, possibly. Does she notice anything in this room? Just in general?
No.
She doesn't notice the illusion?
Nope.
Not quite an illusion, probably.
Okay.
So we think it might be the hag. Just
Interesting.
our thoughts. We could do it in like 2 hours, and yet this has been going on for months apparently because they've been gone for weeks at a time.
Yeah, apparently none of these guys have detect magic and forward-thinking skills. A bunch of college graduates from a different country had to come in and clean up their mess, and I think it's hilarious.
Hey, now, who said anything about college graduate?
Yeah, you didn't even graduate high school, Crump. Forgot about that.
Middle school, probably.
Graduated from the Forge. Sorry. Go ahead. Carry out your business.
Arandon just says, like, not everyone can think outside the box, right? I just... Folk Lavar haven't exactly been forthcoming with information. And they don't exactly allow just anyone, generally, to approach noble families. I'm surprised you were able to get in. I'm assuming...
We have a connection.
We have a connection.
I'm assuming you're because of your friend that it's about the only way, so sometimes you have to have other people do different things. He kind of looks kind of bored. To be honest, he looks bored.
Well,
Like he was all wide-eyed and excitable, and now he's kind of like,
that's what we have to add, anyways.
That's interesting. Well, I realized that they were planning on letting a watcher into the ranks, so to speak, to get some additional information, or maybe notes or something.
About my brother?
Yeah. Or his notes, from what I understand.
So maybe they'll be able to, whoever that is, get them the information about.
I suppose I could possibly persuade, if you're interested in, of course, one of you being that watcher, or emissary at least.
You want us to join your spy organization, or am I misunderstanding the situation
No.
completely?
I mean, it's always better. It would be much easier if it was a watcher that did this, but I'm sure we could organize an emissary on our behalf, gathering information, since you're the ones that discovered this.
Well,
Yeah,
it
this
totally
is the same.
wasn't you.
This same emissary is going to be the one to also get information about Erlon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like, because we're so close to them allowing us to send an emissary, they say watcher. Maybe we'll just pick whoever we want. Kind of gets like a bit of a kind of evil grin.
Ben just says, I'll do it.
No, you don't have to join the spy cult.
I'm not necessarily saying I'm joining the spy thing, and I want to find out about my brother.
Yeah,
As he
Fair
said.
enough.
that sounds fair.
Where she goes, my axe goes.
I mean, it's
I
always
know.
better for
That's
it
with your
goes.
axe, dude.
I mean, working in groups is always better. But sometimes you have to work alone. But in this case, I don't see why not.
Nah, we're going with her, big guy. We're going with her.
Sounds good to me. I'll have to let you know. Hopefully in the morning they'll finally let us send someone. Or get us the information, one of the two.
Does this guy seem like he's telling the truth to us?
Roll an insight check.
Come on, Pip. Ooh,
Nice.
oh, nice. Hey.
Those dice just say, stay hot.
So, what I want to say. I almost want to have you guys take your headphones out for a second.
Yeah, we can do that.
Talk to me if you want.
For the stream.
Yeah.
I can just take my headphones off.
Yeah, just I'll tag you guys in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
My headphones are off now.
Yeah, everyone just take your headphones out for now and I'll tag the stream with the tag. Okay. So Pip, what you get from him is that he's definitely hiding something. But he's definitely telling the truth, but he's definitely hiding something big. You're just not sure if it's related to this or not. Basically. He's hiding something.
Like being a little shifty or
Oh, very shifty.
okay.
Yeah. Alright. Probably more than that, but whatever works. Let me know when you guys are back.
Hello?
Hello? Sound off. Emily back?
Yep, I'm back.
Crom back?
Not if I don't have it. Not if I'm not supposed to be.
We are back now.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay. Yep. What would you guys like to do? He's just like, yeah. Probably tomorrow we'll be able to hopefully send someone.
Do you happen to know the location of this hag witch lady who deals in this kind of stuff?
Oh, that's all, myth and legend. I don't know 100% where she might be. We just know she's in that northern forest, probably centrally located.
Central northern forest, like
That's what I would assume.
any sort of landmarks? I don't know.
I'd have to get back to you on that.
You'll have to get back on me? Okay.
Haven't been there in a while. I need to visit.
You haven't been there in a while, so you know where she is?
It's been a while. I don't remember the exact, but...
But you just said it was myth and legend not 2 seconds ago. And now you're saying that it's been a while since you've been there.
Oops. And then he just vanishes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like that.
Detect magic, is he invisible?
You don't see anything.
Oh man, could I have counterspelled?
Nope.
Anything? No? Okay.
That's definitely an archfey.
Archfey vibes.
You do see a little bit of portal dust falling. But it's different. It's glittery.
Did anybody ask him where Finn's brother is?
We were asking.
He doesn't know.
He definitely knows. He knows something. If he just, I called him out on his bullshit, and he just portaled away. That guy's the perp. I'm calling it now.
I'll kind of turn to her mom, like, hear that? He's just weird.
She just says, Brandon is One of a kind. As leader of our order, one of a kind. And you wonder why things can be a little bit chaotic.
I like that word.
Balancing out the harmony here in Everagil to keep us neutral.
Which is funny because
Never.
the Feywild is inherently chaotic, and I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what would you guys like to do?
Well, suppose I should find a place to sleep because I don't want to put holes in Fenn's mom's floor.
She just kind of laughs and says, "Oh, well, we can find you everyone a place to sleep probably in the sitting room. Fenn, you've got your bed, of course."
We can even split things up too, since Crom's weird about keeps setting up a tent.
Each to their own, I guess.
Yeah. We could always put your tent up outside, Crom.
Oh, can I sleep underneath the tree?
If you wish.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna set up right where you broke your arm both times.
It's a good spot.
It looked comfy.
There is a rock there, so be sure to avoid that.
Perfect pillow.
Alright. So you guys just basically go back and end up settling in for the night?
Yeah. And in the
Yep.
morning, I'm immediately going to do a thing.
Ben's gonna let people sleep in her room with her, and just, put up blankets on the ground.
Alright.
It's like here's my room.
Ran is down for a blanket fort.
It's like 3:30 in the afternoon, so we'll say you guys spend the rest of the afternoon and into the evening kind of like just chatting and catching up with your parents and building a blanket fort. It's
An awesome blanket fort.
Yeah. Alright, say, is there anything else anyone wants to do for the evening? And so Finton, you end up spending the night at Alicia's house, I guess. Because
Ran would actually like to attempt to scry on her twin sister.
okay. Give me a second.
Before the night ends.
Alright. Would that work? Just trying to think. Yeah. Alright, so you don't have a likeness, so sorry, I just gotta find the spell again. So you're familiar.
Mm-hmm.
-5.
That's twin sister. She could just look in the mirror for the likeness.
Not her twin sister.
No, she's
Oh.
part of a set of
I'm
twins.
familiar, and yeah, I'm familiar with the target, so they would
Yeah.
have a little bit of a penalty. That's
Yeah,
not it.
-5, so that's
Yeah. But I don't know if
-2.
it'll work if they're in the prison. So I'm just gonna see if it I'm gonna see if it even.
Alright, so
can't
assuming you
work, you know?
let's say you borrow Fenn's mom's scry orb again.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like, alright, just careful. And as you kind of settle down and just kind of like wiggle in and get comfy, you gotta focus your.
Actually, before we do the spell, I apologize. While she's grabbing the focus from Fenn's mom, could she ask her, do you happen to know where I could buy one of these?
She's like, most cities here will have focuses, but the ones you need for this spell are rather pricey.
Yeah, I know they're pricey.
Well, yeah, most
I just
cities.
need them. I have a few things that I need to sell anyway. I'm not using a couple of magic items, so I can sell a few things.
that makes sense. Yeah, most cities here will have them.
All right. Do you happen to know a specific shop or a person who would sell scrying focuses?
That would be. Say it's the Leaning Tree.
The Leaning Tree. What an
Everything's
elvish
tree.
name. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
So as you kind of settle into your ritual and you're concentrating on your sister, you feel that the chaos kind of around you and surround you, and you kind of go dark, and you kind of jump, and you see over the capital. You jump again, and you're in a prison. You just do see your sister kind of resting against what looks like a larger figure. You can only assume probably your brother. Looks like they're sleeping.
But they don't look like they're being tortured, right? They don't look wounded.
Nope,
Okay, cool.
not currently.
Cool. Okay, thank you. She'll go to bed.
Alright. Anything else? Oh, go ahead.
Just real quick, Fenton's gonna just ritually cast Find Familiar, and bring out it's the same stats as an owl, but it's a Nighthawk. Don't post a picture just cause, but just kind of set him to keep a very close eye. Fuck you. Very close eye on Alicia's parents, but specifically her mom, obviously, while they sleep.
Alright.
So cute.
So you do
And he'll
that.
only sleep the amount that he absolutely has to.
Alright. So yeah, at least they find you like a cot or something to fall asleep in, because I'm assuming you probably have to insist on being close.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they find you like a cot or something to sleep on easily.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do for the evening?
Crom's going to be in the back practicing hand axe throws at the tree that Fen said he could chop on.
Alright. So you do that for a few hours and then crash out in your tent. So the next
Carefully set the tent where it's not on the rock.
Alright. You. So next morning, what did you want to do something, Ren?
Yeah, next morning, immediately going to borrow the scrying sphere and take the fabric and the picture of Ben's brother for a total penalty to his save of -6 and scry on him.
Alright, so that's.
Just immediately as she wakes up.
Alright. You're gonna hate me. Oh, wait, no.
Six.
-4.
Yep. -6 with the picture and the clothing.
He has a +2, so -4.
Mm-hmm.
So.
DC 17.
Yep. So. As you're focusing and like you're kind of like gripping the piece of clothing and the picture tightly, you suddenly feel that chaotic order kind of envelop you again. It goes dark, and then your vision suddenly jumps, and you're over top forest, It's kind of like
Shit.
darker trees. Well, not darker. I'll say more like deciduous, no, coniferous trees, like more pine trees. And then all of a sudden your vision jumps again, and you see, looks like a cave, and then it jumps again, and you see, what does it look like? What looks like an elven, boy, wavy, dark hair. It's really dark in there, but, looks like he's wearing, looks like kind of sort of tattered. It looks like typical like monk vestments, like similar to what Fen generally wears. Rounder face, very agile looking, and like he's very like lean arms and everything. But he looks like he's kind of like leaning his head against like looks like a stone wall. But yeah, just kind of dark in there.
How does he look? Wounded?
He looks
All right.
tired and possibly hungry.
Okay. What does the cave rock look like?
Make a perception check.
Perception. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's not that bad. That's 15.
Well, because he's kind of leaning against it, it is kind of dark. It looks kind of just like a definitely typical kind of dark gray, kind of maybe a little sandy. No, not sandy. It's just very. I think no, more smooth, and kind of like it's had water run over it before, but the water's long gone type of thing. It's more of a smooth rock, smooth stone. But it's pretty dark.
Okay.
There's not much you can see.
And he's alive, right?
Looks like he's breathing. He just looks
Okay.
very tired, worn, probably hungry, thirsty.
So not in immediate danger, but that's a little weird. Okay. She'll watch him for the full duration of the spell and just try and glean anything about all of the details about everything that she saw. Out of curiosity, what did the cave mouth look like?
It was a quick flash you didn't really see.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. And no, like, immediate discernible landmarks to the
No,
forest?
just a
Coniferous pine trees?
yeah.
I gotcha.
A few more
Okay.
of those.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you watch for the
Markings?
full 10 minutes. What do you mean?
Markings on the wall, anything?
No.
Okay. Good to know. Then he may or may not be in a hag cave. Then she'll come out of the scry and look at Fen and just say, okay, I saw him. He's alive. I saw a pine tree forest. He's inside a cave. Very smooth stone, probably bored from water a really long time ago. So maybe near the coast or by a river. Or like a riverbed or something like that. That's what I would interpret. But yeah, he's alive. He looks a little bit hungry and tired, but he's okay. Not in immediate danger.
Fen will just say, who's actually been up for quite a few hours now at this point. Only need 4 hours to sleep. Just goes, thank you. And what kind of trees did you say they were?
Pine trees, like coniferous pine trees, dark coniferous pine trees.
What do I know about the forests of Everagil?
you would know that generally there tends to be more the coniferous type. They do tend to like go more along the coast and closer to the deserts.
Okay.
Where was this conversation being held at?
Probably in Fen's room. I'm assuming. Because Rand said she did it as soon as she woke up.
Just seeing if Crom heard it.
Nope.
Okay. Thank you, Rand.
Yeah, of course. So we've narrowed down the area just a little bit. We've narrowed down the area. Where did you say the pines were?
Like
Done.
along the coast and along close to the deserts. The desert, I'd say.
The edge of the green.
Yeah, like.
Okay, so that actually is good. So that means the hag probably isn't it because they're all the way up
No,
north.
and
No, Kara is showing that there's a bunch of
Oh,
all along
it's
the edge.
along
Yeah.
the edge of the coast. Okay,
not
so
all,
long.
not all the way around, but like
Not all the way around.
northern
Okay.
edge
So
and
the
along
edge
the and
near the desert and the
So,
edge
like-
near the coast.
So like over here and then maybe a little bit over. Okay. So we've narrowed it down to 2 possible areas in Everagil: the borders of the northern coast and the southern border of the desert, which is really good.
Thank you, Rand.
Yeah, of course. I got you. With the fabric and in the picture, it'll definitely help a significant amount. Anytime that we take a short rest, I can just scry.
Okay.
That's why I got it. Check up on people.
Mm-hmm. You need to get yourself a scrying focus because you can't keep stealing my mom's.
Yeah,
She's not gonna let you walk out of here with that. She wants to keep an eye on me.
I mean, she's kind of rich, so she could buy another one, right?
no.
Oh. All right. Well, I need 1,000 gold.
Well,
I need specifically. Hold on. That's 80. I have 454 gold on me. So I need like 500 gold more.
We have lots of
600.
magic items we need to.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of magic items. I do know of a place, the Leaning Tree.
Oh yeah, that place. My mom used to drag me there all the freaking time. My mom really wanted me to be like a magic user like her, so she kept bringing me to places like that. She like did her shopping, was like, "Oh look, it's cool, isn't it?" And I'm like, "No, it's not."
Yeah, it's really nerdy, but you're a really badass monk, and I think that that's your true calling, is punching the shit out of people.
Thanks. Erlon taught me, my brother.
All right. What are you guys what are you guys doing?
Care, I actually want to slightly reverse back in time because there was something I wanted to do in the early morning.
Okay.
Roop.
Well, we'll say Rand's scrying.
This would have been before,
Okay.
like, because Fend only
That's
needs
true.
to sleep
Okay.
for 4 hours.
Okay.
So she would have gotten up and gone to out on the balcony and waited because she knows her mom typically likes to go out in the mornings and everything and just kind of be with nature or whatever, drink her tea, and so she would have been out there and said, if we find Erlan when we're going out, when we come back, I'll join the Watchers. I've been thinking about it.
If that's what you want. I really don't want to push you into it, but I just think it'd be good for you. But it's up to you.
Been thinking about it a long time, years now, and maybe I can make more of a difference that way with the help of others. And
Alright.
just don't tell my friends that. Can you keep it between us?
She's like, of
Like
course.
a giant party.
Of course. You're gonna give you a little side hug.
And you've done good with Farah. She needed a family.
Yeah. When they were looking for someone to help her out when she first came here. We saw something in her.
Probably lonely since none of us are home anymore.
Possibly that, but she's a good girl. But different magic than I've ever seen before. A little time manipulating. It's strange, but it's interesting. She's smart.
Guess that could be useful.
Alright, I'm going to go get breakfast ready.
And Van goes back to the room and pretends like the conversation never happened.
Alright.
And Rand does notice because her insight's only 11.
Oh, we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Grandma's in the kitchen cutting up vegetables.
No, that was well before anyone else was awake.
I gotcha.
Is that like 4 or 5 in the morning?
I think we will actually end it there for tonight, before we can really get too far on without Alicia. But yeah.
So we've narrowed it down to desert or the hag.
Hold on.
I'm thinking it's probably the hag.
I'm thinking it's probably
out of character.
I will be right back. I'm just muting myself. Actually, hold on.
Oh man.
Alrighty, so that is the end of our show. We are going to obviously go and raid someone with our raid call. And I hope everyone enjoyed the drama that was. Hold on. Choose open Twitch. Who do we want to raid? Let's raid. Let's go raid Lonzo Gonzo. We're playing The Legend of Dragoon. Assuming he's not gonna be ending anytime soon. Been going for a while. Been going for a while, maybe not. Let's go. Go raid for David Blue. Don't forget that. Don't forget that raid call. Thanks, guys.